in reflecting on the last couple of years, I feel like being a part of this church, it's been an opportunity for me to give my heart to something. And that's what I've always wanted, is to be wholehearted. In the way that I pursue God, and in the way that I participate in church community, and in the way that, I do what God's called me to do. And I think this is an opportunity for all of us to do that. I think there's an invitation for all of us to be wholehearted in all of it.
I grew up in Barrie, Ontario, and I grew up in the church, and I loved the church. I loved the community. I loved, I knew every single person's name. And leading up to COVID, I just really started to struggle. I really started to struggle with church. Every time I showed up, every conversation I felt like I was a part of, it was more about being right than doing right. And then COVID hit, and I loved it. I just got to stay home, and I could watch church online if I felt like it. I could not if I didn't. But what was interesting about that time is it actually gave me an opportunity and challenged me to dive deeper into my own personal faith. Forget everybody else and where they're leading me and what they're doing, but just start spending time with the Lord each day. And that has become my favorite thing.
We started attending Grace Fergus. However, the 35 minutes drive each way made it very difficult. One day I asked Pastor Tony, will there ever be a Grace church in Guelph? He smiled and said, it's coming. Then 2 years later, Grace Guelph was established in this school.
It was about 2 years ago. COVID was just ending, and my mom was just finishing up her schooling. We didn't go to church for a long time, like we haven't been at church for a while. I went into my parents' room, and I asked where we were going for church. They weren't sure where we were going to go, and then my mom was looking online, and she said, we're going to be going to Grace Guelph. So it was like half an hour before it started. So we were all still like in bed, but then we got ready to go, and then when we got here, there was not very many people here, but there was a few people, but we enjoyed it, so we kept coming back. There were muffins.
And then I got a random call last January from Rob Conroy, who, the Conroys, I just love them to death, and they're very special people, and I respect them a lot. And Rob said, hey, there's a new church in Guelph, and I think you need to go.
I think we felt we were kind of surviving life with 5 kids and going to church, and then we come to Grace, and we were humbled by the leaders, right? The young families who are a decade or two younger than us, and as Jason said, who've been wholehearted in this ministry, and that just humbled us.
We have felt so welcomed into this family from the first Sunday that we came. We made authentic connections, and as Kai mentioned last night, we get to be a part of this family on a mission to support, love, and protect one another.
I've just been overwhelmed by God's goodness and what He's doing in our midst as a church family. And I've just been thinking about all the different people and families that I never would have met you, if this didn't happen and if we didn't obey God's calling to start here in Guelph. And so I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. And I actually honestly can't imagine what life would be like without all of you at this point.
The community and the people that I have met who, either on a Sunday morning or outside, that have just become such blessings. So I am thrilled to be here. I am thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be getting to know more and more of you. And yeah, I'm just really grateful to say I love Home to Church.